the new BYU men's volleyball coach, Shawn Olmstead, back in Studio B, fresh off an AVCA National Coach of the Year designation, coaching the women's team. So my first question naturally, Shawn, is, does your style change at all?
Well, I think my shoes are in frame right now. You know, we're on point today.
Oh,
I didn't even notice those.
You know, so
Wow.
I'm keeping it real there. So
what color is it? What color are those shoes?
I don't know. Probably pink, maybe pink. You
Solar orange?
Like salmon neon pink?
So the answer is no. I told the guys, they know me. They're comfortable with me. I just had a meeting with one of the players, and he was ecstatic. Care about you. I love you. I loved watching you play, and I'm excited that what I've seen you do with the women's program to now, you know, be able to work with you on the men's side. And he said, we don't want you to change. You know, we know you. We're excited to be a part of that. So.
You didn't wear a hat today, though.
I didn't wear a hat today.
What's up with that, man?
Well, because I got quite a few meetings today. You know,
okay.
you know. So next time.
Are you businessman, Shawn Olmstead now?
No.
They didn't tell you though that the women's volleyball play-by-play, easy to work with, great guy. But the men's, he is a pain, man.
Well,
they didn't tell you this. Did they?
Well, you haven't seen my contract yet. You didn't see the, you know, that hasn't all. Remember, this is just day one or day two, I guess. So we're getting down to those bullet points at the bottom. So stay tuned.
All right.
Yeah, all of that is still to be determined, Jerem.
Yeah. But joking aside, it's been an unbelievable year for you. You mentioned National Coach of the Year, now new men's volleyball coach. Why the switch to the men's team?
You know, I like I told the girls, it's exactly what I feel. You know, some of the greatest lessons that I learned as a player, and some of those, you hear all the athletes talk about the life lessons, and I mean, that is real. And the connection, I've always had a dear connection to the men's team. I beg you guys to come on whenever you need me. I'll be on if I'm in town. You know, unfortunately, I was always out recruiting, but you know, Carl and those lessons and that, I've always felt a connection to that program. And I never believed that, you know, I always thought it'd be a great job. And I always had, you know, hey, at one time or one day, but I mean, our season's right around the corner in a month and a half, or the women's season. And I wasn't thinking that. I didn't think Chris would be gone. And then it happened, and I decided, hey, this is the time. And I went in and presented myself and said, let's go. And, you know, was met with a lot of, what? Wait, you just played in the national championship match. You've got an outstanding group coming back. You've got great recruits.
Are you crazy?
Yeah. What are you doing? And then we all kind of continued to discuss things over the course of a few days, and then it began to kind of evolve. And so, you know, I get to be back with a group that I was a part of and that I've always felt a connection to. And, you know, like I said, where I contributed and the memories that I have as a BYU athlete that are always so impactful are there with those guys and on that court. And so now was the time.
When did you find out that the job was yours?
Yeah, just yesterday, just recently. So
wow.
I knew that I wanted to go for it. I presented myself. I went through the process just like a handful of other people, other great candidates. And that's when I found out. And then we immediately got some meetings set up, and boom, boom, boom. From there it went.
When do you make the decision on assistant coaches?
You know, I love and I care about Rob, and we were teammates, and we've got great memories together. And so I've talked with him, and I'm respectful of his desire to just kind of allow things to unfold in a short period. He wants that time, and I was okay with that. And like I told, you know, he came down to my office, and we gave him a big hug and told him I loved him. And he texted me at 9 a.m. yesterday, just one of the classiest texts, what you would expect from Rob. And he opened that door. And Luca, you know, I've got a meeting with Luca in about 15 minutes. So we're going to have our first official kind of staff meeting, us two. And then I'll continue meeting with some of the guys. And then I'll be on a plane tomorrow morning out to Southern California.
So is Luca an assistant coach?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Luca and I played together, those that have followed this program. And Luca was an outstanding player. He's been an outstanding coach over in Europe. He's done wonderful things over there. And so that's a no-brainer. He's got his wife, Tina. I know them all really well. So that was great. That was a plus as well.
The new head coach of BYU men's volleyball, Shawn Olmstead, back in Studio B. Let's talk about what you leave behind. Your sister, Heather Olmstead, is now the head coach of BYU women's volleyball. Did you two make this decision together at all, or?
No, I mean, that's it. I'm okay with that question. I knew it would come up, but absolutely not. You know, when I called Heather and said, "Hey, I've approached the powers that be about this job," I mean, she was blown away. She, well, what? You know, and then when she started to try to consider herself as a candidate, to be honest, I think it was really hard because I didn't come here to take that's your job. You know, I didn't come here to take your job. And, you know, the text she sent to our family 4 years ago was, "Hey, you guys, I'm going to BYU to do all that I can to help Shawn accomplish all his goals and the vision he has for that women's program at BYU. I'm ecstatic." So not in any bit, of course not. You know, did we ever plan or choreograph this? And, you know, but knowing that was going to be a possibility, that she could step in, made things a lot easier for me. Because, you know, I'm okay on a moment's notice to go speak to any amount of people, which I've been asked to do. "Hey, you need to come speak here," or "Can you fill in here?" I can do that. My wife hates that I can prepare for a talk in 2 minutes. But when I had to go talk to those girls yesterday, I was shaking. I couldn't say anything. And that was, you know, that was really, really hard and an emotional time for me. I love those girls. I care about them. I know that they know that. And but like I told them, you're in great hands. And this made that decision, you know, a better confirmation to me, knowing that they're well taken care of.
Is it, what do you think it's going to be like? Because it's not like you leave and there's that disconnect. You're going to be in the same gym before or after, right?
That's what I told the girls, and that's unique too. This is such a unique situation in so many ways, just in this profession. You don't go, you know, I'm going to change offices, I'm going to go upstairs, but I'm going to see these girls every single day. And I've already seen some of them, and I give them a big hug and tell them I love them, and I'm going to watch. I can't wait to watch. You know, the only thing is, you know, in a month and a half from now or less than that, I'm not going to be in the gym with them, and you know, I'm going to kind of be in my office hearing the whistles and going, "Oh, that's kind of strange. Look out the window; it's 100 degrees, and I should be in the gym."
Yeah.
And so it's so unique, but that was another plus to this whole thing, that I wouldn't have gone to any other job. You know, I wouldn't have gone and chased a men's job at UCLA or USC or anywhere else. But the opportunity to be at BYU, that my sister in the end would be able to have that job, which, like I said, that progressed after. And then the opportunity to be around the girls day in and day out, what a great opportunity for me, and the recruits I've talked to on the phone are ecstatic to still be here. And I told them, "Hey, I'm going to still watch you progress. I'll be on the outside. I'm not going to meddle. I'm not going to be in any of that. But I'll be there, and I'll enjoy their successes as well."
How difficult will it be for you to watch and not coach them?
Yeah, I got to figure that out. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'll sit down with Heather. I don't know if I'll be in the gym. I don't know yet, you know. That'll be interesting, you know, because a lot of the guys go to those games, and I don't know if I want to be there. You know, what was that coach at Tennessee that was, you know, going to the women's game with
Bruce
his shirt
Pearl?
off? Yeah, shirt off and painted T on his chest. You know, I don't think I'll be
the former coach of that team, right?
No,
he would go to the women's.
He would go to the women's. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm going to go to the women's and be with the guys right at the front, pounding on the banners when the pepper. I should do that, though.
That'd be really
go heckle
funny,
the
actually.
WCC coaches. Hey, sub, time out.
You know all their names.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. And so, no, I mean, I've thought about that, and I don't know if it'll be comfortable for me to be in there. I think I'll have to, you know, just be smart about that, because I want them to go. They're going to do great. Heather's going to do a wonderful job, as is Dave. I'm sure they're gonna bring on a great staff member, and it'll continue to go.
Do you embrace the idea that next year could be a national championship type season with BYU, or do you want to temper kind of expectations in year one? Because that roster is loaded coming back.
Yeah,
You are the Steve Kerr of the Warriors to me in this situation.
I'm better looking than Steve Kerr.
Absolutely.
I mean,
His jumper is better.
Well, wow, yeah, that's for sure. And his daughters are actually great volleyball players. They're, I think, at Cal and other universities, phenomenal athletes.
Look at that random.
Yeah. There's your connection.
Well, that's why he stayed. I mean, that was one of the biggest pulls for him.
Instead of going to New York.
That was one of the
thought he was
biggest
nuts.
ones. Is his daughter plays volleyball, and hey, I can be there and see all that. And I've joked with the Cal staff, like, dude, do you just get major hookups? And he's like, yeah, we do, but we're always out recruiting, so we can never go. Anyways. But, you know, I look at it as how the women, there was a lot of expectations with Jennifer Hampson coming back and this and that. And, you know, you get caught up in the expectations. Before you know it, you're going to start the season 0-10 or 0-2 and 0-3. And so we're going to address that right off the bat and just say, hey, I know. I've been there. I've walked that path. I've done it. And so follow my lead, but this is going to be the right way to do it, and this is how we're going to approach that. And I believe we've got some great senior leadership. I just barely met with one of the seniors, and you know, we briefly talked about that, and I said that's the important thing, is to just understand that, hey, we understand it. There are expectations, but we in our group, we're going to keep things as we should from day 1 to day 2 and 3 and 4. And not get ahead of ourselves, and that's going to be the way that we're going to be successful.
We have to end this interview in an epic fashion, and doing so is reliving some of the great moments that we've had with Shawn Olmstead in Studio B.
Oh, jeez.
Bring back
I
the
can't wait.
Olmstead tournament stash and the hats, if you will. And while we do that, Coach,
And we tweeted this out.
can we expect more?
I'm laughing.
Who's Hunter Joe in the look? My goodness.
And then the
that?
one on the bottom left, I want to say a bad word. Kick his, sea bass. That's what I want to say, but I can't do that.
But you sort of just did. Has Tom Hummel seen this? Like this? Would
I
this
don't
have
know.
impeded the hiring
Please
process?
tell me.
Have you seen this?
Please
I
tell
sure
me this
hope
continues.
nobody has. I don't
This
know.
was your resume
This
cover
is-
letter.
Hey, how can you say no?
Please tell me this will continue.
Like I said, I've got meetings today. I'm gonna be me. I'm not gonna change. And
Thank
what
you.
I've done is I'm comfortable in what I can do. I know that I'm comfortable with the job ahead. And just like I was when I took over this women's program, and just like I've been year in and year out, and just like I was as we went into that tournament last year, I told the girls, we're not gonna change. And you can't deny that through that round, that entire NCAA tournament, not once did those girls get caught up in the moment. I mean, everyone told me, wow, your girls just came in to practice. They didn't look around that there was thousands of people at their practices at the NCAA tournament. They came in there, and we're going to continue to do that, and we're just going to be ourselves. We're not going to get caught up in that. We've got a job to do, and it involves a lot of hard work.
Well, I know a lot of people are excited about this hire. I am very excited to work with you as the play-by-play this upcoming season. So congratulations.
I appreciate it, guys, and I appreciate the opportunity. Part of this whole deal was just to get back on Sports Nation. I figured I would get the call, and within minutes I got a text inviting with the invitation, and that made it all worth it. So I appreciate you guys, your support. I'll miss you, Spencer, but I still owe you a pair of shoes,
I
and
shed a tear.
I will blow you out of the water with what I got coming.
Okay.
Because Jeremy, I see him. He's wearing his a lot.
All the time, baby.
You just give them to me, and I will
will.
rock them.
All
I will
right.
rock them. Shawn Olmstead, the new head coach of BYU men's volleyball, bringing it in Studio B. Great stuff, Coach. Thanks.
Thank you.